Okie dokie, ho ho! Let's go!
Hey guys, it's Retrohead here, welcome back to another video. Today I have a little bit of a different video for you. I would like to show you all of my best CEX bargains that I've had. So all of the items on this list were sort of like underpriced in CEX. Whether it's because they labelled it up wrong, or it's in the box and it was for unboxed price or stuff like that. Or they may have been trying to sell something they shouldn't have done and took a load of money off or whatever. Just some really cool little bits and stuff that some stuff hasn't been shown on the channel before, because I've been collecting for years and years before I ever had the channel. And also some stuff has been shown on the channel, so some of the stuff you will have seen, some of the stuff you won't have seen. So I'm really looking forward to showing these things, and also some of these things got some really cool stories behind them. If you enjoy the video, please like and subscribe to my channel Retrohead, but without further ado, let's get on with showing you these pickups. So the first item is a boxed SNES game, and that is F-Zero. But the copy that I want to show you is not actually this copy. This copy was bought off Facebook Marketplace in a bundle at one point, but my original boxed F-Zero was boxed but no manual. But the CEX that I went to was actually a Newmarket, and they said they priced it as unboxed price because it didn't have the manual. So at the time it cost £8 and it should have been 30. So that was a really good find. Now I've got this copy in better condition. I have since sold on that copy, but it sold for a lot more than £8, so I was very pleased to pick it up. Obviously, F-Zero on the SNES is an absolutely great game, one of my favourite SNES games, and to get it for £8 in the box is an absolutely great find. But yeah, SNES F-Zero for £8 is an absolutely great bargain and an awesome one to start our list. Now the next item is this Lime boxed Game Boy Color. Now this is a really cool one, as this is in the box, but it was priced as unboxed price. Now it does have quite a lot of damage on the back, as you can see there's a big rip there, and that's why it was priced as unboxed price. But that was still a great, like, massive savings. I think this cost £75. This was from the Ipswich CEX store absolutely years ago. But this is like well over 100 quid in the box. And I think if you were to take this in like today in CEX, you would get box price, even though it's got that damage. As we know from going to CEX, CEX do take some damaged boxes a lot of the time. So I think you could actually probably make a little bit of a profit if you took voucher, maybe. I'm not sure how much they give you. But this was an absolutely great find for 75 quid. The console's in there, all working and in really nice condition. I'm not sure if it has its paperwork in there or not. Yeah, it even has its paperwork in there. I couldn't actually remember. But the console is also... I'll show you the console while I've opened it. Here it is, really nice condition. Original battery pack and everything. So yeah, to get this for unboxed price was absolutely insane. Like I said, this was way before I ever had a YouTube channel, so haven't got any footage of it. But yeah, it was a really good find. The next thing is a pickup that my dad had, and this was also years ago. If you don't watch your channel, I collect for Nintendo, PlayStation and Atari, and my dad just exclusively collects for Sega. So this is a very cool item, and that is a complete in-box Sega Dreamcast. Now this was another thing that was unboxed price, and I don't actually know why. As you can see, there is a little bit of damage on the box and stuff, but you gotta expect it from a console from, like, when was Dreamcast come out? 99? So like I say, you've gotta expect a little bit of damage, but this was unboxed price at £75. Instead of, I don't know how much a box Dreamcast is now, it's gotta be over 120. Probably closer to 150. So really good saving here. Now, it's really heavy because it is fully complete in box, and the system is in there. It was absolutely filthy. I was surprised CEX sold it so dirty, but we cleaned it up, and it actually cleaned up really nice. It's not faded or nothing. It's still absolutely crystal white. All of its inserts and all of its baggies and paperwork is all complete inside. So like I say, I do not know why. In fact, I'm looking at the sticker on the back. Not only was this unboxed price, it was actually discounted price. So that was actually really good. I can't actually remember picking this up. I think it was the lower stuff CEX, but like I said, it was so many years ago, well before I ever had a YouTube channel, and this was one of his pickups. But yeah, absolutely bargain on this one. And also, what a console. I think the Dreamcast is so underrated. So the next one is going to take quite a lot of explaining, but that is this black boxed Wii controller. Now this was, this is going to be quite difficult. So this was in a CEX that I went to when we were on holiday, when we went to Doorway to Dorkness. And this was in the Rochdale CEX. Now the reason why this was such a bargain, not only is it in the box, it only costs £6. And that is a very good price for a Classic Controller Pro, as this was actually labelled up as the wrong item. This was labelled up as an official white Nintendo Wii Classic controller, which is like the oval design. They aren't worth overly much, and at the time, 6 quid in CEX. But this controller in CEX is the Wii Classic Controller Pro in black and an official one. But with it being in the box, it's actually a much more expensive item. On eBay, I reckon this is sell for between 25 and 30 quid because it's in the box and in such good condition. And I only paid 6 quid for it. So that was an absolute bargain, and I really, really like having boxed accessories because you don't really see this sort of boxed accessory very often. Inside, I'm not going to open it up, but the controller is actually brand new, which is really cool. It's in its little bag, and you know, like the little nunchuck where you plug it into the nunchuck, the little port, that has actually still got its brand new cellophane wrapped around it. So very, very pleased to have this. I love having boxed accessories like this. Next up, we have a Game Boy Color game boxed and complete, and that is Bugs Bunny and the Crazy Castle 4. Now, this one has also got a really, really cool little story. So, this was from the Great Yarmouth CEX, which I think is a really, really good CEX. The staff in there are great, great selection. I think it's an awesome CEX. But I went there not looking for this game. I specifically drove there to buy Bugs Bunny and the Crazy Castle on the original Game Boy. But when I got there, I couldn't find that game, but I found this one on the Game Boy Color. Now, this is Bugs Bunny and the Crazy Castle 4, so you can see why they get a little bit confused between the two. But this was labelled up as the boxed original Game Boy game, and CEX, when they looked, don't actually sell this. They're not actually allowed to sell this game. It's not on their system. So, the person went out the back to talk to their manager for a while, and I thought they'll just take it out the back and someone will take it home, or might even go in the bin or something like that. I don't know. But they came back and said, we're not actually allowed to sell this. So I was like, alright, I'm not going to get the chance to buy it. They said, you can have it for free if you want. And I was like, very, very grateful, obviously. I was like, yes, please, that's alright, because this is really, really cool. Bugs Bunny is one of my favourite Looney Tunes, so I really, really like this game. I have played it, I've nearly completed it, and it's really, really good little game. Great, great little game, and to get this for free was absolutely crazy. Not the most expensive game in the world. I think it's about a £15 to £20 game boxed and complete, but just the fact that I got it for free and the story that I had is really, really awesome. Now, this pickup again was absolutely years ago, well before I ever had a YouTube channel, from the Ipswich CEX store again, and this is an item that wasn't labelled up wrong, but they don't actually have the option to sell this to you complete in box, so it was just priced as the normal, probably unboxed price, and that is a box complete GameCube Game Boy player. So this is absolutely awesome. This has been a piece that I'm going for a GameCube full set, if you didn't know. I love anything GameCube. I've got 3 box systems and I've got about 170 games at this point. But this has been something I've always wanted in my collection ever since I was really, really young. And sort of like a grail piece to have in the box, really. And this was 150 quid, which is a lot of money. But that is just the price of one that CEX would sell the Game Boy player and the disc unboxed. So to find it in the box was quite insane. As you can see, the box is ever so slightly faded, but just to see it in the box is absolutely, like, mind-blowing nowadays. And this is complete inside. It's got the Game Boy player and disc, obviously, but it's also complete with all of its VIP points, paperwork, manual, everything. So this was an absolutely crazy CEX find. Now, I don't actually use this very much. When I play Game Boy Advance or anything like that, I like to play them handheld. This is an absolutely awesome item to have in the collection, and one of my favourite pieces in my GameCube collection. And it was an absolute bargain at £150. I know that is a lot of money, but just to see it in the box was so exciting. The next item is another Sega item, so again in my dad's collection, and that is a boxed complete Mega Drive Mini. Now this is one of the items that I am absolutely stumped about, because yes, it's got ever so slight bit of lifting on the back here. It's sort of like creased the box a little bit, but I cannot work out why this was unboxed price. This was a couple of years ago, so again before I had a YouTube channel. But I just can't work out. It's got all of its inserts, 2 controllers. It works absolutely fine. We use it pretty often. But it's complete in box, in really nice condition. Like, apart from this lifting, which wouldn't make a difference, I don't think. Let me know if you think they would have done it unboxed literally just for that, but I don't think they would. So I have absolutely no clue why this was an unboxed price. This was £55 in the Norwich CEX store. I think it should be like 75 in the box. Like, not like an insane jump up, but still a great little bargain. But I've just got no idea. Like, let me know in the comments if you know why they would have done that, or maybe somebody just labelled it up wrong and took it in wrong. I don't know, but a great little find, and one that he's wanted in his collection for ages. So it's a great opportunity to pick it up when it was unboxed price and in this good condition. And while we're on the subject of Sega, I'll show you his last pickup on this list, and that is this Saturn arcade steering wheel. Now this is something that he had in his collection, and it was in the box, but it was a different box variant to this, and also in much worse condition than this. But this was in the Bury St Edmunds CEX. I'd have actually done a video about this. It's like one of my oldest YouTube videos ever. But this was £15, which I think is a great price for any box Sega item. But CEX, again, like the Game Boy player, don't have the option to sell you this in the box. So it's sort of just luck whether you find it in the box. And I think if you ordered it online, even if it was a boxed copy, they wouldn't send it with the box just because it's so bulky. But it's very heavy as well. But this is a really cool item. Great for Daytona and Sega Rally. I'll try and turn it around. Obviously, I don't want to drop it or nothing. But the box, as you can see, has a little bit of wear. But it's actually in quite nice condition of something of its age. I think this came out in like... Well, if the Saturn came out in 95, this probably came out 96, 97, something like that. But this is a really, really cool item. A must-have in his Sega collection. Next up, we have a complete in-box Game Boy game. And this is probably, in my opinion, the biggest bargain on the list. So this is awesome, and that is Super Mario Land on the original Game Boy. So I found this in the Yarmouth CEX again, which you'll be seeing them a couple of times on this list. It's just, I think it's a great little CEX. The staff in there is so helpful, and yeah, it's a great CEX. Definitely go if you haven't been. But obviously, Super Mario Land is going to be a timeless game. I've had it in the collection for absolutely years and years before this, but only loose. So I found this for only 15 quid in CEX, unboxed price, again in the box. But not only is this in the box, it also has its original manual is actually still in there, which is just crazy, and it's got a little bit of crease at the edge, but it's actually in like really nice condition. All the pages are in there, nothing's been drawn in or nothing like that. And to find this game for 15 quid, I think this is probably over 50 quid box now. 45 to 50, maybe more, I have no idea, because obviously I don't need a copy of it now, so I'm not keeping up with the prices of it, but look at the artwork on that. Absolutely awesome game, and to get it for 15 quid instead of, I think at the time it was 55, it might have gone down, it might have gone up, I don't know, but to get it for 15 quid, essentially complete with the manual, all it needed was a replacement insert, is a great, great deal. Sticking with the Great Yarmouth CEX store, we have another Nintendo game in the box, complete, just with no insert, but I've got a replacement insert for it, and that is Lylat Wars 64. Now, again, this was not quite priced as unbox price, they put it down to unbox price, so I went there wanting to buy this for box price like normal. I think it was £38 at the time. I have done a video about this. But I went there, had a look at the outside box, looks absolutely fine. Opened it up and it didn't have an insert in there. But just because the outer box was in pretty nice condition, and you don't see this very often, I thought I'll probably pick it up anyway and even look for an insert. But I thought I'd try my luck a little bit. So I said, this hasn't got an insert, do you reckon it should be unbox price? The member of staff just looked at me for a second and I was like, oh my god, what are they going to say? And then they said, yeah, it probably should be unbox price. So they went and spoke to their manager and said, yeah, we can actually do this for unbox price. So Lylat Wars with the Rumble Pack unboxed. So from £38, this got knocked down to 18, which was absolutely great deal. I was well pleased with this. And I also had a few DVD box sets I traded in at the time. So I actually got this with vouchers, which works out even cheaper for me. So this was absolutely bargain to have in the collection, and also a great game. So if you haven't played Lylat Wars 64, it's an absolutely awesome game. One that I never even had in the collection until I got this. I never had it loose, so I had waited years to play this, but it definitely lived up to my expectations. But yeah, I was very pleased to get this for 18 quid, an absolute bargain. So the next pickup is actually a very, very recent pickup from one of my most recent game hunts in Bury St Edmunds. I think Bury St Edmunds is a really good CEX, by the way. It just has such a great retro selection there. I think they're very, very fussy with what retro they take, because all the retro in there is in really good condition. Apart from this game. But this was unboxed price, but it is in the box, obviously, so you can't complain, because this is NES Isolated Warrior. But as you can see, there's a lot of damage on this here and here. But this was £8 unboxed, and I've been really getting into NES collecting lately. I was never overly fussed about the NES. For me, it's sort of like SNES onwards, but lately I've been really enjoying collecting for the NES, and I was just really, really excited to see a box complete NES game for 8 quid, because this is complete in box. Here's the outside box. Front, very tatty, but the back and the sides are actually really nice. And inside, the cartridge literally looks like brand new, which is really handy. I'll show you that as well. It does have a dust jacket. It's unofficial, but it does have a little dust jacket. As you can see, a great condition cartridge there. And also the manual, and this is again, they've got no drawing inside, no rips or nothing. It's actually in really nice condition. So really, really pleased to pick this up for 8 quid, and I have played this, and it's a little bit of a different game, but I thought it was really, really fun. One that I'd highly recommend if you haven't tried it. So yeah, a great pickup for just 8 quid, and this was also again with vouchers, so it probably cost more, like probably 4, maybe even less, because with like box sets and stuff that I buy from Car Boots and stuff like that, I like to get like a decent margin. Like I don't mind if it's like 50p into a pound, I'll buy it, but if it's like costs like £4 and it only trades in for 6, I won't buy it. So this probably literally costs like £4, maybe even under. So yeah, great pickup here. And the final pickup is completely off topic, absolutely nothing to do with gaming, but I still wanted to include it in this list. And that is a CD. Now I have sort of mentioned a couple of times on the channel, I really enjoy really heavy music, sort of like Fear Factory, Lamb of God, Slipknot, Slayer, stuff like that. And this is a Devil Driver CD, so the singer of Devil Driver used to sing in Cold Chamber. But this CD was one of their albums, I can't remember what this is called, The Last Kind Words, only costs £1, it's a great little album. But inside, it actually has a little piece of paper, a little sort of certificate, and it's actually signed by the members. Now, I did notice this in CEX at the time, and I thought it was just a print. But on the back, it's got its limited edition certificate number. And I did a little bit of research on this, because I am massively interested in music. And Devil Driver actually signed a certain amount of copies and distributed them out. So, really, really pleased to have this. It's like just having a little piece of metal memorabilia like this for £1 is a great little find, in my opinion. And to have it hand-signed by the members is absolutely awesome. Again, completely off topic, but I really wanted to include it in the list, because it was from CEX, only £1, and I thought it was a bargain. So definitely fitted in the list. So that was my CEX bargains list. I think I got some really good deals, and like I say, if you like shop around at CEX and really try and find those deals, you can definitely find some really good underpriced items. It may take a while, because obviously I've been going to CEX for absolutely years, and these are like the best things. There's not like loads and loads of stuff, but if you look hard at CEX, you will find some bargains. And let me know, what was your favourite bargain on the list? But also, more importantly, let me know in the comments, what is your best CEX bargain you've ever had? Whether it was a similar one to mine for like boxed for unboxed price, or maybe they labelled something completely wrong and you got a really expensive game for a really cheap price. Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you for watching, please like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see you all later. Bye!